Using the Mimeo Studio Toolbar, Part 2. In this video, we will take a look at many of the tools available on the Mimeo Studio Toolbar that you see indicated on the screen. The first tool is the Text tool. The Text tool allows you to create text boxes in your Mimeo Studio notebook. There are a number of different options that you have when creating a text box that include things like font size, formatting features like bold, italic, and underline, the ability to add superscript and subscript, various alignments to the left, center, and right, bullet points, and a variety of color options. In this example, I've created a simple cause and effects chart. Notice I've already used the text tool to write the word cause. Now I'm going to use the text tool to label the other box effect. To do so, I click on the text tool button. Now that it's selected, I can draw a text box within my Mimeo Studio notebook. I can either use my Mimeo stylus or a mouse. Notice now my text box is active and I have the flashing cursor that allows me to enter text. I can go back and edit my text simply by double-clicking, highlighting, and using my text menu above. I can change my fonts, my sizes, my formatting features, and even my color. When I'm done, simply click somewhere else on the page, and then you can use your selector to move it into place. If you'd like to edit your text, all you have to do is double-click on it, and the text menu will reappear. Now we can go back in and edit anything we'd like. The next tool that we want to discuss is the Line and Shape tool. The Line and Shape tool can be used to create lines or a variety of shapes. We will begin with creating lines with or without arrows. If you right-click or hold down the left click while on the line icon, you can choose from a line segment, a line with an arrow at the end, at the start, or at both ends. In addition to drawing a line, you can also use the Line Styles tool to indicate the type of line, including solid, a dashed line, or a square dotted line. Then, using the available color palettes and the thickness slider, you can adjust these features on any line that you decide to draw. In this example, to draw the line, click on the Line and Shape tool. I can also then select the color of my line. As soon as we choose the color of our line, we can also adjust the thickness by moving the sliding bar. Moving the slider tool to the right will make your line thicker. Moving the slider tool to your left will make that line thinner. Finally, the line style will allow you to choose between a solid line, a dashed line, or a square dot line. My students can then draw a line from the animal to its proper biome. If we want to change a line that we've already drawn, simply go to your selector tool, select the line, and then back to your Mimeo Studio tools. There, we could adjust the color, the width, and of course the style using the Line Style tool. Next, we'll take a look at the various shape tools available on the Mimeo Studio toolbar. The available shapes that you can draw include the rectangle, the ellipse, the triangle, the right triangle, a 5-pointed star, a hexagon, and even a pentagon. To access any of these shapes, all we have to do is either right-click on the Shape Line tool, or once again, we simply hold down that button using our left click on the mouse or the stylus up at the board. We now can choose from any of those shape tools, and notice how once I select one, the image inside of my Mimeo Studio toolbar changes to reflect that shape. Just like with the Line tool, the sliding bar will allow you to control how thick or how thin the outline of that shape will be. We also can apply line styles to the outline of any shape. With all of the shapes, you're able to adjust the exterior as well as the interior color along the outline thickness by adjusting the thickness slider. The exterior color is always the top panel, and the interior color is always the bottom panel. In this activity, our next shape would be an orange square with a red outline. To create it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Shape Line tool, and once again either right-click or hold that button down. Next, select your rectangle. Then we're going to go down to the color palette, and I'm going to choose a red exterior and an orange interior. Notice I don't see orange here in my shortcuts, so I have to go into my color palette to find the orange. Remember, inside the color palette, we can define any color on our computer. Once you have your color, click OK. And last, let's check our line style. In this square, we simply have a solid line. Now, I use my Mimeo stylus or my mouse to redraw the square. The last feature within the Line and Shapes tools is shape recognition. This will allow you to draw simple shapes, which will transform automatically into perfect shapes that you can then modify. There is another video tutorial that will show you how to use this fantastic tool. There are two tools that will help you bring color into your Mimeo Studio notebook file very easily. The Color Picker tool allows you to select any color on your screen and apply it to any drawn object or text box. I can select an object that I'd like to change, go over to my color picker, and choose any color that I like. Notice how with my color picker, wherever I place it, you'll be able to get a preview of the color that will be chosen. Let me go ahead and select this red, and now notice how the red goes in the interior box on my toolbar. Using the object fill, I'm able to fill in this object that was already drawn, simply by clicking on it. Let me demonstrate that one more time. Now that the green color is in my interior color palette, I'm going to use the object fill to fill in this star. I can even apply it to the entire page. Next, we have the Insert File icon. The Insert File icon allows you to import documents, images, and multimedia directly into your Mimeo Studio notebook. There is another video tutorial that will show you how to use this fantastic tool. The last icon is the Screen Clipping tool. The screen clipping tool can be used to capture images from sources outside of Mimeo Studio Notebook. This can be used on web pages, Excel files, Word documents, and anything that appears on your screen. There is another video tutorial which will outline how exactly to use the various components of the screen clipping tool.